Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jeff Grant, and today we're going to be looking at that NFL game between the San Francisco 49ers and my New Orleans Saints. How you doing today, Jeff?
Doing great, Dax. The Saints definitely catch a hungry 49ers team, as nobody thought that San Francisco would lose last week coming off its bye.
Well, it actually kind of made me grin, watching Kaepernick and Harborough lose that one against the Rams last week, 13-10, especially considering that they came into that game as 10.5-point favorites after their bye. We know that their D is, what's pretty much keeping them alive right now, and in my opinion, they got to drop that college mentality type of game if they want to improve on their season. But what else do you think that they actually need to do to turn things around, Jeff?
Need to get back to playing power football and running the football with Frank Gore and company. Averaged just 77 rushing yards the last 3 games. When you have a guy that can throw the football like Kaepernick, maybe not decision-making, but just throwing the football, sometimes you fall in love with that situation. But the main thing is Kaepernick's holding on to the football an awfully long time, which has led to 26 sacks. Also, the 49ers offensive line has been a bit dinged up, and that really hurts them in pass protection rather than running the football. And this doesn't bode well, the matchup offensively and turning things around, Dax, because the 49ers, they came off the bye week last year in this situation off a 10-9 home loss to Carolina and then traveled to New Orleans, and they gained just 196 yards against a defense led by coordinator Rob Ryan.
Yeah, well, that's a completely different defense right now. The Saints pretty much suck at defense at the moment. But either way, I'm still a proud Saints fan, and I know that everyone was happy to actually see Breeze get that road win against Carolina last week. Now, considering that they've actually won 20 consecutive home games with Sean Payton on the sidelines, I'm hoping we can make it 21. But with that garbage defense, like I was talking about earlier, I think that it's going to be a definite big challenge for them. But what do you think, man? I mean, will they be able to take that win in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome?
Well, Ryan had a lot of new contributors that he had to take into account. Some of them have been lost to injury. So when you have a defense like he has, an attacking defense, it's kind of hard to figure out what's the best way of attacking an opposing offense with that situation. So I think New Orleans has obviously come around in a game against Green Bay on a Sunday night, and then, of course, a quick turnaround game against Carolina on the road. So I'm expecting New Orleans to kind of level off defensively. They're not going to be as bad as they were in 2012. That was atrocious. That's a true bad defense, as you'll remember, Dax.
Yep.
But I think both these teams want to run the football. They're more physical offensively. Even Drew Brees mentions that the Saints offense is much better with a rushing attack, and they have something going right now with Mark Ingram, and you want to keep his confidence as a young player. This is the first time he's been the featured back in New Orleans. And also, the Saints, Dax, first time in back-to-back games with a 100-yard rusher since 2006. I was amazed by that statistic.
Yeah, man, and I can't even believe that they're considering dropping him next year. But anyways, who are you going to pick for this one, man?
You know what? I'm going to go with the total. I do think that the Saints are obviously worth a look due to their home record. But I look at the market, and the market is telling me to go under the total. This total opened at 48 at Bet Online, one of the first sports books that always offers a week prior odds early Sunday. The rest of the market is sitting at 49 and has not moved. The opener at Pinnacle was 49.5, and it's moved down to 49. That basically was a measure. Does this want to go above that 49 threshold, or go at 49, the key number? And the market has dictated that 49 is the number. Last year, the total was 50 between these two teams. They had 74 combined passes. It was a 23-20 victory for New Orleans. But as I mentioned, the 49ers had just 196 total yards last year. The Saints had 387. I think a similar game is going to take place at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. So I'm expecting these teams to go under the total for a second consecutive year.
All right, good stuff, my man. And as always, Jeff, it's a pleasure talking football with you, and I look forward to doing this again next Monday, man.
Thank you.
No problem. For SBR Picks and for the Saints, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.